welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are actually going to have very interesting discussion. Please watch the video from the beginning up the end, and please don't forget actually to put a notification bell so that you don't miss out on some of these videos that will be coming directly to your screen. In today's video, we are actually going to discuss a few things that actually happen in the courts. So please remember, always to put a notification so I don't miss out on some of these videos that will be coming out using your screen. Now, I have seen some individuals who actually don't have brains to think, coming out to make and talk, like they don't reason in their platforms, and saying that everything that happened in court had no impact. That is actually a very big lie. And in today's video, we are going to try to elaborate on few things that actually happened in the court. So please watch the video from the beginning up the end, and please don't forget, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to this platform, because this is a platform that actually tries to give you the best of the best information, as long as we get them directly, to our, thumb. So please, let's start this video. Now, there are individuals who are saying that the issue of the court has not had an impact. That is a very big lie. First of all, from the time Kintu was arrested and taken into the police custody, there are a lot of changes that we have now been in position to see. A lot of changes. First of all, Kintu is no longer talking about, the travel commando's family and threatening the family and talking so badly about that family. That is the first one. Secondly, we are no longer seeing, him moving at the gate of the travel commando, or even going on that road and making videos, pointing his camera to the home of the travel commando. We have not yet seen that. Now also, we have not seen him coming with, threats and talking about Congress Dad and talking about David Jr. and all the family members. We have not seen. Those are some of the indication that shows you that the issue of the court has really played a very big impact in trying to tame the behavior of this individual. I always keep on saying, when a madman stone you, you stone him back. That is when you understand that actually it pains a lot. So the travel commando took a very big step in order to actually deal with this guy who was actually pretending to be a fool. He was pretending like he's a person who does not understand. He was pretending that he's a person who does not care. He was pretending like he's a person who has a big chest and nobody can scare him. But I can assure you, from the time he was arrested, I think he is now starting to learn that actually when he plays around, he will get the taste of his own medicine. You can imagine the day that he was arrested, he was crying, and he was saying that he wanted to have a word with the travel commando, that they can solve these issues without going to court. That also shows you that the man who have been claiming that he is a very strong man was put at his right place. Even when he came back from court, when he came out from the cells, he was actually coming out very strong, and he was saying that place, if you sleep in one day, inside it in one day, it's like, you have been there for like a full month. That shows you that he has somehow learned something, that never play around with the people. Even when people were able to warn him several times, he was not listening. Recently, the travel commando went to the courts. I think it was on Monday, and things went on well, because there is a case that is still pending that need to be sorted out, especially this one that Kintu filmed the courts, because other cases that was labeled against Kintu, you know, the police who was in charge, you know, probably was bribed, and he wrote cases that actually does not carry much weight. And that's why you see some of these individuals are coming, talking, and, you know, opening their mouth and the rest, you know, because this case needed somebody who actually knows much about the law. For example, the lawyer would be there to say, now, this is the case we are putting against this man. But, you know, when this guy was arrested, it took few days, and this man, actually the next day, he was taken to court. So the arrangement for the lawyers, I think, was not there, you know. So that is what has really made that case to be having this minor kind of issues. But what we also need to learn from this, that we keep on learning from few mistakes that always keeps on happening. And now Kint knows at the back of his mind that when he plays around, the next step, he's not going to like it. He's not going to like it. And if the travel commando is to keep on following this the way he's actually following right now, let me tell you, it is going to be real comedy. People who are very busy, that they're laughing, that they're jubilating, even when things are not yet over. You start laughing. When you start jubilating, you start laughing when things are not over. You know, being crazy. Me, I call these are crazy people who are not learned, who just want to open their mouth like, you know, they don't have brains, they don't have what. Like when you look at the sister of the fisherman, you know, that confused lady, she does not actually know how to separate issues. I've been hearing her calling, you know, the travel commando that, you know, a mosquito, calling all sorts of names, you know. You can imagine such kind of a lady, you know. No wonder probably she has even failed to settle in marriage. She has a long mouth. She has no respect for the elders. You know, that kind of a person. How can now look at that one? You know, she's opening her mouth, and the day he was arrested and he was in the court, you are crying. Now that he's out, you're making, you know, you're looking like you're very strong, you know everything. Let me tell you, the day is going to reach, and you'll end up regretting all these things that you're talking about. You know, you need to be very careful. This is a lady, first of all. She even does not know that they're sympathizing with her, because she actually made a video and she was claiming that, you know, the travel commando was asking her actually for her to send nudes, pictures and videos. You can imagine, you know, for all people that the travel commando can ask this one. You know, you can imagine. You can imagine that because you are just trying to look for cheap popularity, you are just trying to look for, you know, chaos. This family is full of people who like chaos only. When you look at the brother to this fake lady, same behavior. The lady, same behavior. Now, if the old family members are arrested, you are going to blame who? You know, you are going to blame who? Yet, actually, you have a problem. You want to start throwing allegation and only wrong allegations. And then when you are arrested, you start crying for people, you know, making people look like, you know, see, these are the kind of individuals. You see, that individuals, even if you want to teach them like what, they will never understand. They will never understand. This lady actually need to test first of all inside there, so that she understand, you know, her brain will start thinking twice. Because now she's outside here talking a lot of nonsense, a lot of funny things, you know, that she has a you know, strong eyes like eyes of a frog. You know, when I look at this lady, I really sympathize. You know, she needs to style her, because she actually has young children that she needs to take care of. Now, what if she's arrested and taken into jail? Who is going to take care of your children? You know, your brain is actually not helping you. I just sympathize with you. You know, you have young children that you actually need to be very careful with what is coming from your mouth. But because you don't reason, your head is just empty. You are throwing a lot of words. You know, and then when you are arrested, you'll start crying for people. Yeah? And she's forgetting that she has young children that she needs to take care of. Now, if you as a mother, you're looking for problems, and people are warning you that, please, you stop this kind of madness, it's not going to help you. You are not listening. And then when the travel commando comes for you, you start crying. You know? You start crying. And yet this is a time people are saying, please, behave yourself. Behave. You know? Even if you don't respect members in your family, please do not cross with your madness to other people's families. It will cost you. You know? But throwing words after words, I'm like, but now what's wrong with this one? She does not know that people are just sympathizing. She actually needs to be very, very careful. Otherwise, if she's to continue in the direction where she's heading to, it might not be right. It might not go well for her. It might not. It is actually a very, very serious warning to her that later tame her appetite. Later tame your appetite, because things might not go well for you. Things might not go well for you. People who laugh first will cry at the end. And it's the truth. You know? Kitty used to make a lot of videos abusing and talking badly about the travel commando. And she was saying they have a lot of lawyers in the family. The entire family are lawyers, my friend. There is nothing like a lawyer in the family, in the entire family. You know? Probably these are even just drunkards. We never know. Maybe just drunkards and... you see, when you get a problem, that is when you will get exposed. That you are actually completely nothing. Nothing. You know? If they were doing really well, why were they crying for donation? To rescue Kintu? You know? That, we are doing so well, and you're just crying for donation. You want to be rescued. But these are the issues, the problems they are looking for. You yourself. You know? There is no need to throw a lot of words towards the family of the travel command. You can imagine this one is calling the travel command that a mosquito. A mosquito. I'm going to play one of the clips here. It's actually alarming. And when you look at the person who is actually talking, you are like, but now you look at this one really. You know? Even when you are to pinch her, you may not even get where to pinch. You know? Really? This lady is really very, very confused. But I just sympathize with you. I sympathize with you. It's alarming. You know, people, when they come to their cameras, you see them talking like they have, you know. But actually, when they have completely nothing, you know, time is going to reach where they will be arresting them and they'll be selling pieces of land. Until the pieces of land will get over, you know. And if I was the one, the travel commando, you know, when I hear that you want to sell, I send somebody to go and buy it. So by the time you realize I've bought all your pieces of land, so that now you learn. You know, you learn. I just get somebody outside there who will be just waiting. I push, you sell the piece of land. I buy. Again, like that, so that by the end of the day, I have bought everything of yours. Smartly. Smartly, just like that. You know? So that you wake up and you're like, oh, what did I do? Because these are individuals, when you tell them things, they don't improve. You know? They don't learn. They are like people who don't have brains. You just see somebody moving, but in the head there, completely nothing. You know? It's alarming. And when you see this lady talking and you're like, but now look at also this one. A lady who has nothing. She contributed towards chasing the wife of the brother. You can imagine. Now the wife of the brother is just there suffering. Gak Africa. You know? If people can sympathize with her and say, you know, subscribe to her channel, Gak Africa. She's really struggling. I really see she's struggling. No? You can subscribe to her. She really need help, by the way. And she's struggling, which is actually very, very bad. And kids, you see, are roaming like a, these stray dogs, And the sister is coming out, hey, my friend. The day these problems will come to your pocket, you are not going to like it. You see, when you see a policeman and that black vehicle reaching on your door, that is when you will start counting all your problems in this world. And you'll start thinking why you created all these kind of things. Me, I just sympathize with some people. You really see a person talking and you're like, but now, this is a lady with nothing. Actually, when that lady started being on the platform, she was actually nothing. She used to look like these women who collect, rubbish on the streets. That's how she used to look at first. Nowadays, she has improved because of maybe somebody out there is just, remember there is a old woman who is helping their brother to do these things of the house. That is where probably she's also getting the money. Because she really fought so hard to chase the wife of the brother. She fought really so hard. So don't be surprised. That's why now you see she's also trying to make hair and what. Now she feel like she has reached. When you look at the type of the family you're actually throwing a lot of words to, and your family, don't you even see a big difference? Why do you fight people whom you cannot even fight? It's alarming. Very, very much alarming. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to what my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. And I really, really appreciate. So let's first watch this clip. And then when we come back, we shall continue with this video very, very strong. Let's watch this clip. Then let me come back.
Is Gintu having any case yet? Gintu has nothing to do with the mosquito family. Let me tell you for sure. Because now people are making videos saying like, oh, we are going back to the court to fight, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 things. Get it clear from me that Gintu is no longer again combined to the mosquito family. They failed and they failed everything. All the cases that they raised, that they filed, no case was being taken in because the judge said there is nothing here. Yes, the cases that they had written were written wrongly, all in a bad manner. And so the police in charge, or the police that had the case, was told to go back and re-amend or rewrite the cases, which means, in short, the judge just meant that the cases were not formulated in a good way, like they had no weight, they had no weight. And so let nobody cheat you that, oh, now Mosquito is telling the subscribers that he's going now to I don't know, to redo what, to sue Gintu afresh, of which it's all just clout chasing. He just needs money for the lawyer, They're always saying, the lawyer is too expensive. Now they are looking for how to do another donation.
Actually, you have listened to that clip. She's saying cloud chasing and the rest. There is still one case that is pending in court that has not yet been resolved. So please don't jubilate. Don't jubilate. And when your brother things squeezes him, don't cry. Don't cry. There is only this case, these other cases that the policeman who was supposed to write those cases and type, and type, the policeman did not type those cases and to give the magistrate. The policeman wrote on papers, and yet these are things that's supposed to be typed and file, type and file and then given to the courts. The policeman took written things, and that's what made this so-called the fisherman to survive in these other cases. This policeman is actually the one who laid the travel commando down. is the one who laid the travel commando down. But there are cases that are still pending, that now the travel commando is trying to actually to follow up. So when I see this one talking the way she's talking, you see, dealing with a person, a literate person, is actually very, very hard. Very, very hard. When they hear something small like this, they come out to jump with it, You know? So when this one had that, now, this other case that is written, no, with a pen, no, we want a type thing. So by the time the policeman was sent to go and, go to type those things, time has gone and the court had already closed, So that happened in the first sitting. But remember, the travel commando was in the court on Monday, just this Monday. And this one is coming out talking, and she was not even in the court that day. On Monday, she was not even there, So, I pity her. If your brother is being taken there, inside, don't cry. Because I see really don't have brains. That calling the travel commando a mosquito. This mosquito. For you, how do you look like? Having those eyes like for a frog, and you are just, you think you are what? I really sympathize. You will cry again. Last time you cried, I think that was not enough. The next time you will cry now loudly. Dealing with people who are confused is actually very hard. Even when the lawyer tells them that, please, you don't go and talk about these things. Flashes out, opening her mouth, and I'm like, now look at this one. Even the first day, Kitu came out of, they went to court. He came out and started opening his mouth. He was called by the lawyer and told him, please, what you're doing is wrong. But he had already opened his mouth. Now you can imagine. A man with no brains. Completely no brains. And the behavior of Kintu is the same character of the sister. This family is just full of confused individuals. Very, very confused individuals. Their character is alarming. The case is not over, they're jubilating. You are jubilating for what now? What are you celebrating? What are you really celebrating? Mad people is actually very hard to deal with. When you put them inside there, that is when their eyes will start opening. Me, this girl who is now she's very abusive. She's arrogant. One day her time is going to come. Her time is going to come. When they will just pick her like a hen, just like a hen. Then you will see how she'll be opening her mouth. You look at, even when you look at her, she look like malnourished. Like she's not well, like she's sick. But what comes in her mouth? She has a long, terrible mouth. She's terrible. No wonder she failed to settle with the man in her marriage, by the way. Probably those are the issues. Those are the issues. Then you come out crying when your brother is arrested. Oh, my people, you help me. You'll cry again. I will repeat that. You'll cry. You'll cry. But the truth is that the travel commando has set a very, very strong message. Actually, individuals these days, they fear to talk about the travel commando and the entire family. They fear. Including the so-called the lion. I saw some of the so-called negative reactors in the village. They started to now, what I had, they started being in groups. But now, I would have not arrested him. They would have just talked. So the travel commando arresting the fisherman has really caused a very, very big impact. If you are now to monitor these so-called negative reactors in the village and the rest, it has really caused a very big impact. People are trying to measure what comes from their mouth. Every word that comes from their mouth, they're trying to be very, very careful with it. The reason is the travel commando was able to arrest Kintu. Let me tell you, there is nobody outside there who would want to be in the prison. There is nobody. However mad you are. You know? Even if sometimes they use it as an opportunity to make more money, to scam their subscribers. But let them continue scamming them, because some of the subscribers are also confused. They don't know exactly what they want. You know? Yes. Let them keep on scamming their money and using them, and because they don't have brains. You can imagine the individual outside there who are fighting each and every day to ensure that they try to bring the travel commando down. You can imagine. You can imagine. But they are going to fail, because they have tried several times and they have failed. Even this one of the fisherman right now, people who have been sending him, and what I know right now, the fear is already there. Because previously, they thought the travel commando will not act. They thought that they will keep on sending him around and causing commotion, bringing a lot of issues at here, and the travel commando will just look like this. Because they have been doing it and the travel commando was doing nothing. Now, when the travel commando acted and arrested Kintu, their eyes now got opened that actually we are going to cause for this man a problem. Let me tell you, if it was not because of his arrest, he would have already gone to that road of the travel commando several times. Several times. But right now, the fear is there. There is fear in his heart, I can assure you. There is a lot of fear. There is a lot of fear. The travel commando has now made it very, very clear. You trespass at my gate, you'll be arrested. And Kintu has been told, he's aware. He's aware. That is why you don't see him roaming around. You don't see him roaming around, because he knows now that he has been trespassing. And even some of the negative reactors have been telling him that, why should you go to somebody's gate to make a video? Why? Why should you go there? Because you are just so desperate for views, or what? The truth is, the arrest of the fisherman has a very big impact, and you can see it in several of these platforms. Those platforms that used to talk badly about the travel commando and the entire family, right now, they are not doing those same things they used to do. People are trying to control what comes from their mouth. Because we are not going to hesitate. If we have the evidence, we shall give it out. Then you learn from there. Exactly. If this time around the policeman let the travel commando down, next time, let me tell you, when your 40 days elapses, you may not like it. And that's the truth. You may not like it, So, there is one case pending that the travel commando is following very, very keenly. And let us hope that will go on well. But, the fisherman like crying. He might end up, begging. Because the day the travel commando arrested him, he was begging for forgiveness. Let us sort out all these issues. And don't be surprised that he is already begging the travel commando, amid all this kind of things. So please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really, really do appreciate your big, big support to this platform. Now, the same sister has come out, and she's actually very, very bitter why the mwango has been in position to come out to rescue Mzee Joseph. Yet that is where they have been eating from. You can imagine. She's asking a very big question, that where have these people been to help Mzee Joseph? Yet for them, their family has been helping Mzee Joseph all these years. All these years, their family has been helping Mzee Joseph. And now the family of Misondari is coming out to help Mzee Joseph. You can imagine. that they have been helping Moses Joseph, and Moses Joseph have been sleeping in a very, very dirty place like that. You know, a very dilapidated place. And they don't want Moses Joseph to be rescued from such a place. You can imagine. This lady actually does not have shame to come out and talk about all these kind of things. She does not have shame. It is unbelievable that she has been in position to come out to support her brother for doing wrong things. You know, completely wrong things. The man was able to scam the money from Moses Joseph for rent, 2-year rent. And he has been leaving Moses Joseph to sleep in a very awkward place. This is unbelievable. And this shows you, you know, how these individuals are actually too much into scamming a lot of individuals outside there. You know, it is not right, and this kind of behavior should actually be condemned. And please, let's watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue with this video very, very strong. Let's watch this clip.
Taking over the Joseph man that we do help. Where were they over 35 years? Where were they? Did they know that the man is there to be helped? You know, now they are coming, now they are pretending to care so much when it's too late. You see, now they are trying to grab each and everything to copy. Like now they want into, like, I don't know what's going over there. Every donation or everything that Into did to the vulnerables, now they are coming to do it. You see how they are, you know now how they behave, and people have already known their behaviors. That's when now the mango juice is coming to take the Mr. Joseph, because now they think they will get donation. They want to build him a house. They said they want to maybe buy a plot like of 100,000 so Mr. Joseph can live there. And my question is, after Mr. Joseph is gone, you know, to heaven, all the final hours, whose plot will it remain? Whose land will it be? So they are trying to just make people donate, you see, but deep down it does not come from there.
In position to watch that clip, now you can really see how that lady really reasoned. Even after her brother not eating the money from Moses Joseph, she's still coming out very, very strongly to support the brother and condemning people who have actually come out to support Moses Joseph to ensure that he comes out of that dilapidated place, you know, which for them to have failed to, you know, to take him out of for quite a long period of time. That is actually 2 years. That shows you the level at which these individuals have been in position to manipulate Moses Joseph. You can also, you know, in the video of Kintu, yes, for Kintu, you know, he had now rapidly, every day, he must ensure that he's with Moses Joseph. Every day, you know. He's not trying to show Moses Joseph that he actually cares a lot. You know? From the time we release videos about this drama or that issue, now Kintu is coming out very, very strongly that he's supporting Moses Joseph 100%. You know? But what was he doing all those 2 years plus in coming out to rescue Moses Joseph? You know? That shows you the level of greediness that Kintu actually has. You know? Because these are individuals who are only after things that goes to their pockets, but not supporting other people like the way the travel commando and the entire family does. You know? Then you find him, he has not come out to explain to people how he was able to use the money that was given to him for rent for Moses Joseph. He did not account for that. And then he was coming out with no shame that is going to the construction site where the travel command is actually trying its best to ensure that Brian and the grandmother, you know, actually have a very comfortable place where they can sleep and rest. You know, that is going there to carry out accountability and a lot of this nonsense there. Yet, actually, his own projects that were given to him, he has not come out to, to give accountability for all those things that were given to him. You can imagine a man with no shame, a man with no brain, coming out and moving that is going to do accountability issues on the project of the traffic command. He has never given an accountability for the 3 eggs that he was giving to the needy people in the community. 3 eggs. You give 3 eggs to the family of 7, and you think you have helped them. You can imagine. The man does not actually have shame, just like his sister. They have the same character, the same behavior. They are all weird. Completely weird. I even wonder, you have not contributed a single coin, but you are going to somebody's project that you want to go and carry out an investigation, accountability. What are you going to do there? If you want to see that that man is actually, his brains, some wires are not connecting. Some wires are not connecting. And he came out with an allegation that they are related with the old woman, the grandma for Brian. The grandma came out and said, no, I don't know that one. You can see how people look for problems. Problems don't look for people. People are the one who look for problems. That is it. That is it. Whether you like it or not, that is how it is. People will always try their best to look for problems. And when problems now get you, you will be arrested, you start crying. Me, I like that part when he was crying. That he was crying for the travel commando. The travel commando made it clear how he was crying. Oh, my brother, let us sort out these things and make. But where were you all those days when you throwing a lot of insult? If it's to risk again, they'll arrest him. And if they are to arrest him for the second time, what I know, you will not like it this time around. There is a fool. Me, I can't call him a fool. Now he is in Nairobi. Why he is in Nairobi or where? That scammer. The savior of the village. The man had come with a lot of energy in the village. His appetite has gone down. I'm going to break the wall. I'm going to break his house. I was like, this man is serious. A lot of people thought he was a serious man, who have come to do miracles in the village. My friend. The guy, after scamming money, he went back to Nairobi and kept quiet. He released some few videos in Nairobi and the man kept quiet. Nowhere to be seen. The travel commando one day, at some point, said, be very careful of the scammers. They will come in several ways. They'll come in several ways. And that one came, he wanted to be playing people that it's very, very smart. But we are able to notice him very early. We notice him very, very early. And we warn our people that, be careful, that one is not a good person. And exactly what happened? It came out that he was actually not a good person. Crying. Now when he went back to Nairobi, the man started crying. The man who had gone to authority, the man could move with, papers. You see, in the village, when you move with papers, you will scare everybody. Then you start talking of big things. Now, I went to the attorney, because in the village, people don't know what is an attorney. I went to the lawyer. I went to who? The villagers will get scared. But the villagers got scared for some time. But they started realizing that, this man is not a good person. You remember the father to Ernesto, he came out and said, Murimi, the father of Ernesto Murimi, he came out and said, I don't want to see that man in my own. But it was late. The man had already used them. He has got money and he has taken off. He had taken off. Nowhere to be seen. nowhere to be seen. The man disappeared up to tomorrow. We don't know where the man is. You know, when you start opening from the book of Genesis up the end, you'll not see where the man, the man disappeared. After swindling people's money. The supporters of the negative, you are in problems for sure. You know, somebody comes with a similar story, eats your money, the man disappeared. Let me tell you, they were believing in him like he's now the savior of the community. This is the only man who is going to manage everything. People ran there with their money. Oh, now you get a lawyer. Oh, now you get a lawyer. Now you do this. Now you fence this, build this land. Now you do this one. You start looking for sand. You start. The man every day was moving in the village with an envelope. A serious man. Yeah. Every day he is moving in the village with envelope, threatening everyone. We are like, no. You calm down. Calm down. Relax yourself. Where are you rushing? You are rushing where? Where is the man right now? If you try looking for the man, you cannot see. You know, that is how what scammers do. They will come and crash you, then they disappear. You know? Now where is the man? You tell me where is the man? Where is the man who was moving with the files, envelope? What? Yeah? The man was swinging. He talked with a lot of energy. You know, he's untouchable. I was like, what? This time around, this must be serious. Even me, by the way, at first I thought it was a serious issue. I thought, the way the man was, you know, he tried all his best, ensure people blocked the road everywhere was, you know, he was even going to forget and make people block the road going, that goes to his home. He was about to forget. And he make people also block the road goes to his home, that he's not a serious person, blocking roads in the village. Let me tell you, even the elders started standing against the man. That no, this one, no, you're causing commotion in the village. You're making people now to block roads. You're making people to do what? You know, things did not go well. The villagers started talking, murmuring. Every time they meet, people are murmuring. Now you left the village is calm. Are you hearing any commotion in the village? No. Are you hearing that they're blocking any other road? No. It was, all this was because of that guy. You know, a man who claimed to be a lawyer, the man who claimed to be a pastor, a man who claimed to be a politician. The man is a man of general duties. Everything is there. You know, you can imagine. But he was able to shake a few things in the village, my friend, moving with envelopes. I saw these confused so-called reactors in the village. They were running, you know. They were running to him. When I saw Cuckoo Man has gone there, I was like, this is a done case. This is completely useless thing now. Because where you see Cuckoo Man that he has reached there, just know that is nothing. Completely nothing. You know? Because where Cuckoo Man always goes, just know that has failed. He has failed completely. You remember Cuckoo Man came out with a story that he's going to take David Jr. to court. He's going to take David Jr. where? What happened? Up to today, we are still waiting. We are waiting. You will not even hear him coming out talking about that. You will not hear. You know? All these people are just interested in money to fill their stomach. You see how when they eat a lot, how they start moving. They start moving like they're pregnant. You know? So, my friend, be careful. Be careful with your money. You now know where you can put your money. In a right place. You know? In the right place. So, my work here is just to come here to warn you. That be very, very careful with the people who will come out scaring you. You know? They will never manage. You see, the travel commando refused to go to the meeting for the drunkards. He refused to go to that meeting. They started saying, we are going to organize another meeting. And if he fails to appear, then now you will see. And then the man laughed. If he failed to appear, Then you will now see the real low. I was like, this man is serious. I was like, this man is serious. The man, that is how he used to laugh. I was like, this man is serious. This man is serious. Up to now, we are still waiting. Up to today, we are still waiting. Yeah? When the man went back to Nairobi, he started saying, the villagers are against him. The villagers are fighting him. The villagers are... He was looking for an escape route. He was looking for an escape route, and he successfully tried it. You know? The man disappeared like never before. Those are the things we have been telling you people, that these are individuals who are just... These are wind. There's a video I made, and I said, this man is just like a wind. He will blow and go. Exactly, that is what has happened. You know? The man disappeared like never before. And you'll never see him again. When he's coming, he's going to come with another style. You know, probably after using the money people have given him, he will come with another style now. You know? He will come with another style to again squeeze money. Thereafter, he will disappear. But now people have known his trick. When he was coming, he came with a trick of fencing the, unnecessary land. You know, that there is one subscriber that actually have given him, a task of fencing unnecessary land. At the end of the day, he was again telling people that he even used also his own money, to contribute in fencing that land. I was like, my God, what's this man talking about? You think that man can travel all alone from Nairobi up the village and he will not benefit? My friend, be wise. Be wise. People are dangerous. The man, after getting his money, he disappeared. And now he has settled. He has got money to pay his rent there, pay his food, pay his bills. Yeah, and the day goes like that. And that is what we have been saying. That be very, very careful, our good people. Don't fall into those category of people. Those are people who are like wind. They come, shake, they go away. Next time you will see them coming, they get again, they disappear. But now that one we have, maybe I don't know what type of trick is going to come up with again. I don't know. But we shall be here. We shall be here, and we shall spread the right information. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Today we are going to have a live stream, so be ready for that. So I don't actually miss. So please put a notification bell so that you catch up with us during the live stream. And please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's meet again in a live stream, and let me send a very special greetings to all of you watching me from USA, UK, Canada, and all of you from the Caribbean, not forgetting my good people here in Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you a million times, and big up to all my moderators. Thank you a lot. Thank you a million times. Let's meet again in the live stream. God bless all of you.